Hello and welcome to Gator Spotlight. Wow, we've got a treat for you today. We have somebody who's very successful in the real estate space right now. Nathan Selleck, he's sub two member, he's a Gator, and he's getting after it. And he's going to share with us how he is finding deals and how he is making money, how he was able to retire from his full-time job and do real estate full-time. So you don't want to miss this. Here comes Nathan. Hey Nathan, how you doing this morning?
Hey, good, Tim. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on the show here. We're excited to hear from you and how you're making it happen. Tell me a little bit about how you got in this space.
Was a diesel mechanic for over 4 years. Long story short, I almost died twice getting heat stroke. Once in
Wow.
Idaho, 116-degree weather, and then once in Fresno, California, doing mobile stuff. And that was 110-degree weather. And yeah, it was very scary. And that's when I knew I was done with this career, and it wasn't worth, passing away over fixing a piece of metal, right? So,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know, yeah, my wife and I, we always wanted to get started in real estate, and we always thought we needed hundreds of thousands of dollars, right?
Right.
But of
Everybody thinks
course,
they got to have a pile of money to get started in real estate. And is that did you start off with a pile of money, Nathan?
nope, not a single dollar. And yeah, so I use literally everyone else's money. So I have business partners, and
Great.
we have access to around $500 million for double closings and EMD. So I will use all of their funds, and that comes from private family offices, high net worth individuals that we have very close ties with, and use all their money. I do not use any credit lines, bank accounts, savings, checking. Not a single dollar has ever come to me, and I've also never lost a single dollar in
Wow.
my months, almost a year doing this.
Wow.
So yeah, never used any of my own money.
Wow, that's crazy. So now how did you just, you already had a bunch of friends who are really rich and that's how you just, automatically just reached out to all your rich friends? Is that how that worked? Or did you have to
Man, I
do,
wish.
you
Yeah.
had to hustle, right? So
Oh yeah.
how'd you find all that money?
Yeah, exactly. Had to hustle, and like I said earlier, get up at 3:30 a.m. and I don't stop until 9 p.m. And I kind of joke with people, but I literally don't have weekends. I have a couple hours here and there, right? I'm always on the phone, texting, calling. On the weekends it's more of defensive work. I'm not actively looking for deals. I'm answering phone calls, stuff like that. So I try to still have some sort of a life, but yeah, my days are 15, 17-hour days, and
Wow.
I've gained my knowledge, experience, network from just hammering hours and hours and hours of connecting with people and talking to the right people and getting into the right rooms. And that's where I met all my business partners. They're like, hey, I love what you do. I know you're smart. I know you're intelligent. You're good at what you do. I want to team up with you. I have millions of dollars for double closings. Let's team up. So that's what we do.
Awesome. Yeah, so you hustled even before you had your first deal. You hustled a lot to make the connections to source that money so that then you could turn around and lend other people's money instead of your own. And that allowed you
Correct.
to get into the space. And you were still working a full-time job at the time, right?
Yep.
So
Exactly. So at that time, yeah, I was getting up at 3:30 a.m. every day, working on trainings and networking with people, Facebook communities, and that stuff. But mostly it was in the trainings from
mhm,
3:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. And
okay.
then I would go to my job as a diesel mechanic all day, come home, make dinner and stuff, all that. And then in the evenings, I would do trainings from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. as well. And
Hmm.
then, so right there, what's that, around 3 or 4 hours, Monday through Friday. And then on Saturday and Sundays, I would work from 3:30 a.m. like today, 3:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. when my wife wakes up. And then again on Sunday, 3:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. So right there, 9, 8, 7, 6, that's almost 6 hours, Saturday and Sundays, right? So 18 plus however many more hours.
Yeah.
That's how I was able to gain success and experience and network so fast and so quickly and expedite my success because a lot of people ask me what's the secret to success, what's the secret sauce, and the secret sauce and the success that you're looking for is in the work that you're avoiding, right?
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
it's your priorities. You need to get your priorities straight. Stop watching TV. Stop playing on your phone. Stop playing video games. Provide more for your family. And I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with trying to provide an amazing life for my friends and family and those around me. That's just me. That's what I do. That's what I love. I love trying to create an amazing life for everyone around me. And I simply just outwork everyone. You know, I wake up earlier and I put in more hours. And if you really want something, you'll do anything and everything possible to make it happen. So it's just about your mindset and your priorities. You know, what's
Yeah.
more important, watching TV or, you know, working on a business or working on something that can produce more financial well-being and more financial stability for you and your family. So
Yeah.
it's a mindset thing. It's a entirely mindset, and it's entirely how much you want to prioritize something.
Yeah, well, you definitely have the entrepreneurial spirit, the entrepreneurial mindset, and that's why you're able to do that. You were basically working a full-time job on the bookends on either end of your regular full-time job, and that's how you were
Correct.
able to accelerate so quickly and also retire from that job. And now you're doing
Yeah.
this full-time, and you're probably making more money now than you were at your W-2. So that's
Yep.
awesome. Well, hey, share a quick story for us about your most recent deal. How did you find the deal, and then how did that roll?
Yeah, absolutely. So I did create a whole entire lead generation list, and I have a PDF we can share with everyone, and also a EMD from A to Z PDF that
Great.
I made as well, just to share with people to get leads and to actually know the process. And of course, it's in the trainings as well. You know, with Alexis and Abraham, the best practices,
Yeah.
Zooms and stuff like that. But yeah, I went into the Facebook communities, networked a bunch, and directly reached out to wholesalers. I didn't post, do not post. You're not going to get anywhere with that because everyone does that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, a wholesaler was like, "Hey, I need 25,000 EMD deals in Florida, blah blah blah," and commented on that post saying, "Hey, please check your messages. I can help immediately." Boom. So that was one notification to that person to you know, check their messages and look for my message. So then I messaged that person and said, "Hey, you know, my name's Nathan Selleck. I can fund EMD double closings, blah, blah, blah." Gave them the whole spiel. This deal was a commercial deal in Florida, and it was 25,000. I lent the 25,000 with me and my business partners, and that deal closed for a $15,000 profit. So we lent 25,000, and then we got back $15,000 as a profit plus our original 25,000, and that
Right.
was all in a span of about 3 weeks or so.
Awesome. Hey, a 15K payday, who doesn't want that, right? Now that's not
Yeah,
every deal. Not every deal is going to be that big fish, right? But you know, you catch a lot of
correct,
small fish, you catch every once in a while you get a big fish. So
correct.
that's awesome. I appreciate that. Well,
Yeah,
we're gonna put a link to the PDF that you were talking about here in the description for this video. But also you can reach out to Nathan directly if you have questions. He's got lots of resources. In fact, I think you mentioned that you're willing to work with other people.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
what now?
so
First of all, before we jump into that, what states are you working in? Like, what's your market area? Like, are you in specific states or?
yeah, so I work in all 50 states. Obviously, blue states. If you're not new, or if you're new to real estate, blue states are much harder to do deals in, just because the laws favor the tenants rather than the landlords. Red
Mhm.
states favor the landlords rather than the tenants, right? So I do work in all 50 states, but my primary markets are Texas, Utah, Arizona, Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina. Those are the big hubs. Those are the big hotspots that everyone knows in the real estate industry as, you know, big markets. But yes, like you were saying earlier, more than happy to, you know, JV with people. But it won't be a direct JV. What we will do, I'll take a deal over and then send you 25% of the profits of that deal as a referral fee, just because there can get too many cooks in the kitchen type of thing. When you're doing these transactions, you know, need to be very fast, very streamlined and quick. Time is everything in real estate. You know, you literally have contracts and deadlines. I'll text you, message you after the deal is closed and stuff. I will wire you your funds as well for the 25%. And then after that, I will teach you and go through the deal entirely, you know, from A to Z.
Got it. So let me get this straight. So if somebody finds a deal and they bring it to you, you've got the money, you've got the
Yep.
expertise, you're gonna get the transaction done quickly.
Yep.
Uh, and when the profit comes in, you're gonna give them 25% of the profit. And then after it's done, you'll go back over it with them so they can learn from you the process. But you don't necessarily want them involved in the process because that would slow and bog things down, like you said.
Correct.
So that way you can streamline it, but you can also let people work with you, profit with you, and learn with you. So that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you for
Yeah.
offering. Awesome. Well, one last question here before we go. What piece of advice would you give to somebody who's brand new Gator or brand new in real estate investing, new in this space? What would you tell them getting started?
Becoming a successful entrepreneur will be harder than you think. It will take longer than you think. You will self doubt. You will have very emotional days, emotional nights. You'll
Mhm.
probably cry multiple times. And guess what? It's part of the process, and embrace it. There's nothing better than working for yourself, but it comes at a very high cost, but in a positive way.
Yeah.
Um, Trust the process and believe in yourself. And luckily I have an amazing wife that supports me and, guides me and helps me on those hard days or hard nights when, things aren't going to plan. And just know that trust the process and be willing to outwork everyone, work while others sleep and put in those long days, long nights. And you can train yourself to wake up at 3:30. Yes, it definitely sucks. It absolutely sucks. This morning was hard, but there's nothing that you can't do. There's nothing that you can't accomplish. And you just need to believe in yourself and be willing to do the hard stuff. The secret sauce, the success that you're looking for is in the work that you are avoiding.
Yeah.
So whatever it is that's hard, do that and then do it again and then do another thing that's hard. The more hard things you do, the easier things will get.
Awesome. Well, hey, Nathan, thanks so much. I'm sure everybody's gotten a lot out of this. I've gotten a lot out of it. I appreciate you. Hopefully, we can have you back on in the future to celebrate more of your success. But a lot of good nuggets there, guys. Hey, how can people get a hold of you? What's the best way for them to get in touch?
The QR code is right there. That will take you
Email?
directly to my personal phone number, email, all my contact information. And then right down below, that's my Instagram handle, Nathan_Selleck. So feel free to reach out to me either way, phone call, text, email, direct message, whatever it may be. Happy to help and collaborate and, let's make some money together. That's what I want to do, make money with all my buddies. So let's
Yeah,
do it.
let's you and I do some deals together too, man. I appreciate it, and thanks so
Yeah.
much for being on here, guys. Reach out to Nathan and collaborate with him. Um, have a good one, man. Have a good rest of your weekend, and we look forward to talking to you more soon.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. And have a good rest of your weekend as well. Thank you.
All right, well, that's it for this episode of Gator Spotlight. Thanks for joining in. Hopefully, you got some value out of there, learning from Nathan Selleck, and he's basically laid out the blueprint, guys. You got to hustle to make the money. So outwork and get up early or as early as you can and hit it. So we'll see you next time. Please like and subscribe.